Are you doing it for the right reasons? He had this testimony that he pleased God. Hebrews 11:5. When you grow up with rejection, it can manifest itself in a need to isolate and withdraw, or in a drive to constantly prove yourself. One man said it like this: I can still hear my father yelling, telling me I'd never be any good, never amount to anything. The more he yelled, the more determined I became to prove him wrong. Are the wrong voices speaking to you? If they are, listen on. The Bible says Enoch had this testimony that he pleased God. How? By faith. In Hebrews 11:5. God sees you differently than your parents or peers do. Their acceptance is often based on your performance, whereas God's acceptance is based on your position. Paul writes, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, that in him we might become the righteousness of God. 2 Corinthians 5:21. God sees us wrapped in the righteousness of Christ. Therefore, we're always acceptable. That doesn't mean you don't work hard. It means working for the right reasons. Instead of striving for God's approval, you serve Him out of gratitude. Once you know that your identity and worth aren't tied to the car you drive, the home you live in, how much you earn, or the people you mix with, it changes your motivation. Instead of being concerned about the neighborhood you live in, you become concerned about your neighbors. Instead of focusing on how much money you make, your focus becomes financing God's kingdom. Instead of worrying about your job title, your goal becomes performing with excellence and integrity. In other words, instead of just working hard, you're doing it for the right reasons.